Hi, we're Maylene and the Sons of Disaster, and this is our craziest tour story. 2009, when we were in Europe, we were sharing a bus with Every Time I Die. We were on the Autobahn in Germany. There was a guy in a car, and I guess he had fallen asleep or something. What happened? His car, he fell asleep, and a fuel truck hit him, right?
Apparently, the story was, the guy driving the car down the Autobahn just decided he was tired, pulled over to the side of the road, didn't turn his hazards on, and just kind of took a nap. So I guess a fuel truck had hit his car first, and like the fuel truck had kind of like spiraled off down the road. His truck was like disabled. And then here's where supposedly our bus driver didn't see this broken down car that had already been hit by a fuel truck.
In the middle of the road, on its sideways. Now
there's some theories that he was really into solitaire, and he used to have a laptop that was supposedly for his GPS on the dashboard. So we kind of think he was like really close to like finishing it off where the car just go, and so he just wasn't paying attention, just plowed into the car.
He didn't, well actually no. The car was sideways. He almost hit the car. I think he dodged the car, so it caused him to veer over to the right. He hit the guardrail, rubbed the right side, the passenger side of the bus where like the door was, against the guardrail, and stopped maybe like 6 inches from the fuel truck that had pulled over on the side of the road. So basically what happened, the fuel tanker hit the car, sent the car into the middle of the road sideways. Then the fuel tanker had went up a little further, pulled over, put his hazards on. So the bus is coming, the fuel tanker's up here, the car is sideways here. The bus is coming, the bus swerved to miss the car, hit the guardrail, like slid the side of the bus against the guardrail. Yeah, I guess he nipped the car, didn't he? Yeah, he nipped the car. It just smashed the headlight out on the front of the bus, sent him into the guardrail, scratched up the whole side of the bus against the guardrail, and stopped inches from hitting a fuel truck, which may have exploded. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't have. Could have. But I was asleep. He was asleep. You're actually the bunk above you. The bottom of the bunk collapsed on top of you, right?
The way UK buses are is they make them double deckers, and so there was like a lounge downstairs and the bunks were upstairs. So when I was in my bunk sleeping, and then I kind of just felt the sway, and I just lifted my like hands and feet inside my bunk just to like brace myself. The inside of my bunk, which is like, they put like the electronics in the AC unit, like this big plastic piece like taped in on me, and I guess some people got thrown out of their bunks. There were some people downstairs watching the Big Lebowski, and there's a scene where he's driving down the road after I think meeting. So right before he hits the trash can in the Big Lebowski where he's smoking the J, plows in the trash can. That's right when we hit the guardrail. So the dudes were downstairs watching, and like right when that impact is in the Big Lebowski, that's right when our bus got hit. I guess the main thing I remember is right when like it all happened and we finally stopped. Andy from Every Time I Die just starts screaming out, like it was almost like he had been like waiting for this moment, but he just starts screaming out, he's like, "Where's Cliff? Where's Cliff? We've hit the black guys! Where's Cliff?" And I didn't even get it at the time because I was just like in shock, and it took me like, it wasn't until like the alternative transportation showed up that I was just like, alright, we were on the Autobahn, that's a Metallica show, but that's good. That's a good placement for a joke. Maybe Metallica hates that, but kind of fun. But anyways, what was your interpretation of the impact? You lost the laptop out of it.
Yeah, no, that happened the night before.
No.
Yeah, the roof was leaking on my computer. The bus had a leaky roof, and it had been raining the day before. We were parked, we did this festival, and it had been raining the whole day. And I fell asleep watching a movie, and I woke up, and there was a puddle of water on my keyboard of my computer. It like shorted out the whole computer. That happened the day before, then the next day we get in a wreck, so. But yeah, I was asleep, and I was sleeping in a bottom, like the lowest level. There was 3 levels of bunks. I was in the lowest on the right-hand side, and it swayed that way. So I felt it sway that way, and I woke up and I reached outside my bunk and I grabbed the floor. So I was like, I thought we were like flipping off the side of a cliff or something. I didn't know what was going on. It was nuts, man. And I was dead asleep, and just the sway of that tall bus going like that, like, woke me up. I mean, that's honestly the craziest thing that's happened, I think.
I mean, we had to get a new bus. The bus was, you know, I wouldn't say it was total, but it needed enough money to not roll down the road anymore. So we got a new bus, finished the tour. You know, it was a bonding experience. It's, you know, pretty intense. But yeah, that was probably one of the craziest things that's happened on tour.
Is that 3 minutes?